I'm going to show you how to do a provisional cast on, which is how we start knitting the toe-up sock. The provisional cast on starts the sock here, which is a very different place to start socks from knitting cuff down. There are several different ways of doing the provisional cast on. This one happens to be my favorite. To do this, you need yarn in a color that is different from the sock yarn you're going to use, and you need a crochet hook. For this pattern that I'm using here for the worsted weight socks, I am going to use a size H crochet hook. And if you are using a different pattern, you want to start by chaining with the crochet hook. You want to chain several more chains than you need for the cast on. You want some extra chain hanging off on both sides. So I believe that I have enough here. Okay, you want to break the yarn and pull that through and make note of where your slip knot was. I always tie a little knot in the slip knot end because you're eventually going to pull the provisional cast on out and have a bunch of live stitches, and you want to start pulling off from the end where the slip knot is not. That makes sense? I want to start pulling from this end. So first thing I want to do is to take a look at the crochet chain. And you look at a crochet chain and it's a series of V's all lined up. That's what we're used to seeing. We're actually going to work on the back of the crochet chain where it's a series of bumps down the middle. You want to take one of your needles, starting off with one, and your sock yarn, and you want to put your needle into one of those bumps. Attach your yarn and pull it through. Go into the next one. Pull it through. And this is the start of the provisional cast on. You want to continue doing this until you have as many stitches on the needle as the pattern calls for. One hint is when you do this, you put the needle in. Try not to split the yarn when you do this. It'll make it easier when you pull the cast on out. Wrap the needle. Put a lot of pressure on the working yarn. That will make it easier to pull through. You continue this all the way across. And that's the provisional cast on, and we will move on to the toe in the next video.